In this section, we will see about bar and column charts as well as line charts. We'll start with bar and column charts. Bar charts are the standards for looking at a specific value across different categories. So even this is meant for comparing with different categories so that which category is performing well or not. That can be easily identified when you see the same value, that is a KPI, against the each categories next to that, right? That is where the bar charts and the column charts are useful. Let's try to check it out in the charts in the Power BI. So in order to speed up, I have created the bar charts and column charts. Let's try to see it in action. So let me put a background, our favorite gray, and let me get rid of this. So now let's see what we have done so far here. I want to compare this Naga Garments running the business in two different locations. Which location is performing well, right? So let's try to use the column chart, that is clustered column chart. Okay, and you can use the sales amount, and you can use the country, and you can see here this doesn't make any sense because in India the currency will be in INR, and UAE the currency will be in dirham, unless in the source system they converted into common currency. This comparison doesn't make any sense. So what makes sense to us is, let's try to have a count. Quantities can be compared. Which quantity is selling, in which country most of the quantities are sold. So in UAE we have 5,000, and in India 2,640 only. So this kind of comparison quickly you can make. Let's try to get rid of this country. Instead I can use the product itself. So now based on my column chart, I can see casual wears are the one which is the top selling for me, right, compared to accessories and formals, which is the least one, and semi-formals in between. It's not the top, it's not the least, but it is the second selling product. So these kind of comparisons can be quickly made. So there is no major difference between the clustered column chart and bar chart. Bar charts, you see, it will be like horizontal, and the column charts are vertical. So once you click on it and just click on clustered bar chart, you can have a value over here. The another thing you need to understand here is you can have your another measure or a category like legends. I can split in the casual wear, right, and I can make a different item name in each legend, right? So if you see here, if you add within the casual wear, I can see different items. What are the different items has been sold? So these kind of analysis also can be further made, and same way you can have it like this, right? What else you can have? If you see here the stacked column chart, this is a different kind of column chart. Here it is the clustered column chart. It will be clustered within this category. You will have a if you add another legend, right, it will be different, because if unless you have a legend here, this stacked column chart and the column chart over here are same. If you see, both are showing the same. If you have a two categorical items, right, legend, this will show you slightly different value. One thing you need to understand here is it will be stacked. Each item will be one on top of each other, right? The difference between stacked and 100% stacked bar chart is, you see the total, right, will be 100%. So for 100%, how much is the each item is contributed against this category. So this is the overall difference between the column chart. This is the same applicable to your bar charts as well. Okay, so this entire category is used to compare your categorical value, okay, across against a KPI. And when you add another categorical item, these will make more sense to you. So this is what a bar and column chart is all about. Let's try to check it out, our another chart as part of this video, that is the line chart. Line chart emphasizes the overall shape of an entire series of values, usually over a time. So till now we have seen about the bar charts and different categorical values. But when you want to compare it over the time, right? Let's say on each day or each month, right? How many quantities being sold. So you can see there is a peak in the February, March and April, whereas there is a decline on May and further decline on June and July. Maybe people are not buying during this month and again the peak starts. So there is a trend you can see over the years, and you can see here from January to May there is a upward trend, and every year on year. This will clearly show people how they can manage their business or effectively utilize their resources. Let's say we need to employ more staffs during this month compared to the June and July. So these kind of decisions people can take based on this charts. So how to create one? Just use this line chart and you use the sales date here, so it will automatically sits in the x-axis. And then I don't want the day level data, only month level is enough, and I want to use the item quantity, how many products being sold. So one important aspect you need to understand is, by default this is created with the date hierarchy. Now you can click on this level so that it will have your different periods, right? You can further drill down. You can see January, July, August data over here, and you don't see all the months data. That is because you can have your continuous or categorical, you can put it like this. This will help you to change your how you see your data here. So there are a lot of options over here. One of the important feature you need to understand here is the line chart, and you can have a dashed or dotted or custom, whatever size you want. You can put it here, you can increase the width, you can decrease the width, and linear, it should be smooth like this. And color, if you want to change, you can change it to different colors. And each business has the some coloring format. Let's say if you're working in oil and gas, water should be blue, and if it is in oil, should be in red. So there can be different meanings according to the business. So these things you should understand. And one more important aspect of line chart is that you can have your multiple axes. Like you can also add one more quantity. Let's say how many products, right? I don't see any useful numbers here. This will still show different values. Okay, let me get rid of this. Let's say sales amount against, you are having this tax amount. You can see the sales amount is more and tax amount is of course it is less. This is not a correct comparison. Usually like budget and actuals can be compared. Like budget amount is on February, it is 100k, but the actuals is above 100k or below 100k, let's say 99k, it is good. But when you cross the budget, let's say you spend 110k but actual budget is 100, then there is a problem. So why we are exceeding the budget, those kind of investigations can be further made. Okay, so let's say again you can have a categorical value. Now you can have a trend across the period, right, for each product. So this is the legend you can add. So always wherever you see the legend, it's like for the same chart you can able to compare for the different categories. So these are some of the fundamentals, and as usual for each chart you have your different properties here. You can go ahead and change all those colors or any other data you need to use. So I'm not going through all of this. This is the practice for you. You can change and check what's happening, because there are lots of properties. Whatever key properties we have, I've explained to you, like y-axis, secondary axis, legend, and all other stuffs, right? So I hope you understand the concept behind what is the line chart. When you have a time series, you can able to have your measures against the time series can be compared. With this note, let's stop this video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and comment below for queries. And do remember that data is your asset.